I think that owning a home as an investment right now today is mathematically not a smart decision.
In 2024, StatsCan reported that about 104 or just shy of 105,000 Canadians left the country.
Done with the hamster wheel. I'm done with the Western world, the 9 to 5, climb the corporate ladder, live for the weekend. It's not for me anymore.
Here's something you probably didn't expect. Canada, once known as the land of opportunity, is seeing an exodus. In 2024, net migration actually dropped by 15% compared to the year before, even though Canada admitted a record 483,000 new permanent residents. Why? Sky-high rents, unaffordable housing, and wages that just don't keep up. The average rent for a one-bedroom now tops $2,200 a month nationwide, while grocery prices have jumped more than 20% in just 3 years. Families are struggling, young professionals feel trapped, and many are eyeing countries where their dollar stretches further. Immigrants who once fought to get in here are choosing to leave, and even born and raised Canadians are looking abroad for better lives. So here's the question. Do you think that Canada can turn this around, or is the so-called Canadian dream slipping away? Drop your thoughts below.
All right, so here's what I see happening to Canada over the next 5 years. Mass emigration, meaning people leaving the country due to higher rent, higher inflation, higher cost of living, higher food prices, and higher housing. You see me? They trying to price y'all out. If you live in Canada, you are cooked. You feel what I'm saying? You could go to work and clock in as much as you want, get another credit card and try your best to keep up with the Joneses on a daily basis. But you're still going to find yourself in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, filled with bills. You see me? And this ain't going to stop. This is only going to get progressively worse as we get into the 2030s. The main plan is to follow the US, do whatever the US is doing, continue to inflate the Canadian dollar while pricing the average Canadian out of existence. You feel me? It's a lot of people who already figured it out. They're leaving the country, heading overseas to a place where they could take that Canadian dollar, stretch it as far as possible, utilize that purchasing power. You see what I'm saying? And live like a king. Now, where are the countries that people are looking to? Number 1, Thailand. Number 2, Malaysia. Number 3, Vietnam, South Africa, even Brazil, Dominican Republic, Colombia, Mexico. People even moving to the US over Canada. You see what I'm saying? If you are in Canada, please listen to me and hear me when I say this. You might be cooked if you're trying to plant seeds here, if you're trying to invest in Canadian real estate. We got people out here every single day struggling to meet their mortgage, struggling to pay their car insurance. You feel what I'm saying? They just not making enough. And we could say, go back to school, get a career. How long is that going to take? We trying to maximize our time on this planet. We don't have forever, gang. You see what I'm saying? Y'all better lock in and tap in. Really take a look at what's happening and really foresee what's about to happen over the next 5 years. You see what I'm saying? Let's get back into the video. Let's get it.
I think that owning a home as an investment right now today is mathematically not a smart decision. For the first time in my lifetime, the math just isn't mathing. And so today, I don't think you should feel like you're not an adult. You don't live the American dream. You're a failure if you don't buy a house. You might actually just be really financially intelligent. Rent and go negotiate your rent prices right now because there's a lot of excess in the market and they want to keep you. And you might actually be making an incredibly smart financial decision. And so don't let people make you feel bad if you're not doing what the American dream adult thing used to be. The market's changed.
Shout out to Cody Sanchez, an extremely intelligent woman. You feel what I'm saying? She hit the nail right on the head. The American dream, which also equates to the Canadian dream, buy a house, invest in it, work a job to pay for that mortgage on a day-to-day basis, and keep doing that every single day until you die. We're not doing that no more, gang. It don't make no more sense. 20, 30, 40 years ago, you could have picked up a new crib for less than $100K. These days, they asking you for a 2-bedroom for over $1 million. Ridiculous. You feel what I'm saying? Investing is about bang for your buck. You want to get in low and sell high, not buy high and then hope to sell higher. Nah, the housing industry in Canada is simply just not worth it no more. And if you feel like the housing market is amazing, it's booming in Canada, you probably a real estate agent, or you got some skin in the game, or you probably got in 10, 20 years ago. You see what I'm saying? Because majority of the people in today's day and age cannot get in on a house, much less an investment. They can't even buy a house for their family. And if they are getting in on one, they got a cosigner or it's off some credit ish. You feel me? It's not how it used to be. These prices are astronomical and they're not going down. They're only going to keep increasing the cost of living here. What do I say is the best solution to that as we speak? Make that money online, take that passport, take that currency and go overseas. Take it to a country where you get the most bang for your buck. It's time to do that research for real. You see what I'm saying? Let's lock in.
I am becoming exactly the woman society tells you not to be. This gut feeling I have and this little voice in my head has told me for a really, really long time that I'm meant for more and there's something else out there, but I just kept ignoring it. Done with the hamster wheel. I'm done with the Western world, the 9 to 5, climb the corporate ladder, live for the weekend. Like, it's not for me anymore. So I'm gonna sell everything I own and travel the world with a small backpack. I don't know where I'll end up and I'm okay with that. A lot of people always ask me, aren't you scared? And yes, that's the whole freaking point. I'm really scared. I thought I would be engaged by now, settled down, cute little SUV, white picket fence, comfortable little life. But that dream was never mine. It was sold to me. The one with all the tick boxes, get the degree, buy the house, have the kids, marry the love. And honestly, what I'm doing takes a lot of bravery and courage. I'm not looking for empathy or applause, but I'm just saying it would be so much easier for me to just stay in the rat race. This path is a lot less traveled, for sure. It's not really the road I ever knew I would take. But like I said, that's the point.
Here's what you have to earn per hour to afford living in Toronto. A new report estimates to live in a one-bedroom in Toronto and still have enough left to fund basic life expenses, one must earn at least $37.66, which is more than double the current minimum wage in Ontario of $17.20. According to the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives, who ran the report, Toronto now ranks as the least affordable city in Canada.
Hey, yo. Shout out to Toronto one time. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, if you are in Toronto right now and you're not making $37 an hour, you're cooked. You could be making upwards of 20 to 25 bucks and think you balling, but in actuality, you're not. You're not, gang. And I'll tell you that to your face because, bro, we seeing the cost of living going crazy and crazier every single day. Every single day they're trying to price you out. The groceries going insane. The gas going insane. Housing going insane. Toronto has become not only one of the most expensive places to live in Canada, but globally, worldwide. You feel me? So these are the times that we got to really scope the scene and really look at what's going on to see, well, okay, within the next 5 years, what do you think it's going to be? Do you think that they're going to make life easier for you? No, bro. All they're going to do is continuously decrease your quality of life. You feel me? Vancouver on the other end of the country, they're not doing any better. It's just as expensive to live over there. You feel what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I think it's actually a bit cheaper to live in the US as opposed to Canada right now, which is absolutely insane. You feel me? So these are things that we got to start looking into. You got to make $37 an hour, gang, just to be comfortable. Most people in Toronto, they're not making that. Come on now. Shit, they're not making that. They're making minimum wage. Most people do not have a skill. You feel me? Most people are dropping out of college, even though we have the most college attendees in all of human history. Most people, they're dropping out or they're doing, cheap labor jobs or they're doing jobs to where they don't really get paid like that. You feel me? Not unless you're doing crazy hours or OT. And it's a lot of people, I would say majority of people in Toronto right now are living paycheck to paycheck. Let's just call a spade a spade. Let's just keep it a buck. You feel me? They're not rich. People who are acting rich, they just doing it for the gram. They're just doing it because it's online and it's the internet. Stop believing everything you see. A lot of people out here are struggling, gang. If you can hear their conversations with their actual real friends and family, you'll see what time it is for real. You feel me? So with that being said, what do y'all think? Y'all think I'm cap? Y'all think I'm lying? Or have y'all heard some of what I'm saying through the grapevine? Do you know people who are personally struggling right now? Let me know. Comment, like, subscribe. Let's get into it.
So we often talk about the unemployment rate, the temporary foreign workers program, but one statistic that we are not paying close enough attention to is the number of Canadians that's actually leaving the country. In 2024, StatsCan reported that about 104 or just shy of 105,000 Canadians left the country. Now, they are predicting in 2025 to see also that trend upwards. That is not a good thing. So they're citing for multiple reasons, and we know that. It is likely due to the high cost of living, the inability to find a job, weather. There's lots of reasons to be leaving this country right now, and it is sad that it's coming to this. But Canadians are finding options elsewhere. So if you have the mobility to leave, and I've talked about it in previous videos, if you have that ability to leave, then now is the time to leave, because who knows what's going to happen. Maybe they're not going to let us leave at some point. Just saying.